5:37, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I don't know. How many Amigos? Is it 5 Amigos this time? We got John Michael. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
He's in for Ken Weaver. Ken Weaver's still ill, and we're hoping that Ken's going to be back tomorrow. We got Johnny B.
Good morning.
Hey, John.
Hey.
All right, very good.
Hey.
Chris Hand is in the big boy seat. Hey, Chris.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. You're fine. I'm sure you're fine.
Thanks for asking.
It's been one of those days. I got Mac Morey here too. Hey, Mac.
Hello.
And I'm Dan.
Many people weren't sure Mac was going to make it in today.
I
had my doubts.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. It was a big night for the Chiefs last night.
Heck yeah.
Now I've been called. Chris, I've been called less of a conservative this morning because I said that I was rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now I'm told that if you're a proper conservative, then you should be rooting for the San Francisco 49ers because their quarterback, Brock Purdy, is a big-time Christian, and, he's...
So is Mahomes, but okay, keep going.
Okay.
First thing he said.
No.
First thing he said.
This is why I asked Mac to be here.
I would argue proper conservatives swore off the NFL years ago. But
I know.
Did anybody see the little thing in the end zone that they had? It said "End racism." It's like, oh, thank goodness they told me.
Yeah, so I watched the game though, and it was really fun. Yeah, I didn't let any of that ruin it for me. So it was fantastic.
All right, so
because it's just fun. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I went on this thing at 5:35 because I so detest the city of San Francisco that I'm rooting for Kansas City because, good Midwestern, city.
Yeah.
And I've been to Kansas City. I've been to San Francisco. And I know a crap hole when I see one, San Francisco. Now,
it made me laugh when they said, we're in beautiful San Francisco. I'm thinking, yeah, the only city where you have to dodge human feces on the streets.
Gorgeous.
It's wonderful.
You know who's got to be uncomfortable is the refs because they could just grab some feces out on the street and hurl them at the referee.
Yeah. The way they do catfish at Preds games, they can do They can do that with feces in San Francisco.
The conspiracy theorists are already out there. I've seen some pretty humorous things so far with people doing the Photoshop thing where they're saying the NFL's two couples, they have Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift kissing, and then they have Patrick Mahomes kissing the referee.
Yes, I've seen this. Yeah.
That's really unfounded. Mac, I'm with you on that one, man.
You'll know
there's not
evidence.
evidence.
Max did not find that funny at all.
No.
Well, no,
I thought it was somewhat humorous because it was creative. But
it is humorous.
I don't agree with it.
Yeah, the refs don't throw 2 picks in the end zone. The refs don't fumble at the goal line when they're about to score. The refs don't do those things. That's what the Ravens did. So.
And the refs aren't billionaire songwriters.
That's exactly right.
Anybody else feel like that kiss was so fake between Kelce and Swift?
Anything that's between them, you're going to think that. So, yeah, I know that you'd think that, yes.
Why did you
was
think
the
it was
one
fake?
between Mahomes and the ref, was that real?
Yeah, that wasn't AI. That wasn't.
Wait, is there video out there of those two kissing? And Chris, you're saying it's fake, leading to some sort of a conspiracy theory?
Yeah, it just seemed like the worst fake, forced, awkward kiss ever in the history of celebrating.
Did you see the kiss between Michael Jackson and Priscilla Presley?
Not Priscilla. The daughter.
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever.
Well, can't both things be
true?
Can
I just say any kiss with Michael Jackson and a girl was fake. So it's moving right along.
I feel like both things can be true. If we've learned anything from Travis Kelce, it's 2 things at once.
Yes, indeed. Well, now you've got me curious about this kiss between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Swift was out on the field actually after the celebration, and they kissed multiple times, multiple laughs. It was all very heartwarming actually. If you just were able to look past any of that and just have just know that 2 people are enjoying themselves and having a great time. It was awesome.
And you could call that a $330 million kiss.
Yes,
if you,
yes, sir.
If you read the other headlines.
Yeah, part of the news today is Taylor Swift has brought $331 million worth of brand marketing to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I'm all
in.
in.
So
calm down.
So Chris, I'm looking at Travis and Taylor kiss. I don't I don't think it looks fake.
You didn't think that looked fake? Are you looking at a screen cap or are you watching the video?
No, I watched the actual kiss.
Yeah, I'm not with you there.
Yeah. No, they're going to get married, Dan, and Chris is going to say, didn't that just seem weird? Like, isn't this all just for, show?
Not buying it.
Exactly, yeah. They're going to have kids 20 years later. Yeah.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Now, here's what it is. So, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. So, what's going to happen is the Chiefs are going to win. The camera's going to say, hey, Travis, you've won the Super Bowl. Now what? I'm going to marry Taylor Swift. Big thing.
She's going to jump in front of him, stiff arm him, and say, I'm voting for Joe Biden.
and then she's going to come out and she's going to endorse Joe Biden. And then it's going to be a big tragedy because then all of these young voters are going to go and vote for Joe Biden. But see, here's, I think, the problem with that theory, because that theory is out there. And then there's, I believe, a lot of truth to that. Here's the thing, though. I was talking to Amy about this. Do you really think that Taylor Swift would go out and specifically endorse Joe Biden, knowing how unpopular he is? Because let's face it, with Taylor Swift, she's all about, popularity, and she's got to make her fans happy and so forth. Joe Biden is incredibly unpopular, even among, people that are young, like her audience, and perhaps older people too, like me. But I mean, everybody knows that Joe Biden is not doing well. So would she do that? Would she openly endorse Joe Biden, the person, knowing how most of America believe that he is a failed politician?
I think a B in front of your name, as in billionaire, clouds your judgment on those things quite a bit. When you're talking about having that kind of coin, I'm not too sure you're really worried.
I don't know.
We're really worried about anything.
Chris, Mac, what do you say?
I'm still doubtful that it'll be Biden as the nominee. If it's Michelle Obama, then
Lord,
that's a game changer.
Yeah. Mac, what do you say?
From what I've seen from Taylor, watching the documentaries and being with a Swiftie for the over past 2 years and having to just have to watch a lot of Taylor Swift stuff, I don't think she would endorse Biden, but I think she endorsed not Trump. That's what I think.
Didn't she endorse Phil Bredesen in the last Senate race? So she has a history of poor endorsements.
Yes.
Yeah, but and oh God, I can't believe I have to do this. In fairness to Taylor Swift and Phil Bredesen, they were not nearly as unpopular. Bredesen was not nearly as unpopular as Joe Biden is. Joe Biden has become a national joke. So I just don't know. And I think Mac's right
I just want to make it clear. It's 8:45 on Monday, January 29th, and Dan Mandis has come to the defense of Joe Biden and Taylor Swift. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is when Taylor Swift endorsed Phil Bredesen, Bredesen was not nearly as unpopular as Joe Biden is. And Bredesen, I mean, fine Democrat, I guess. It's well before my time or caring, but whatever. But I mean, with Joe Biden, I mean, he's clearly not popular, and his policies have failed America, and even Democrats know that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. So who should, if I'm a good conservative, and this is back to Mac, if I'm a good conservative, because I got called out when I said that I wasn't rooting for San Francisco because their city is literally a crap hole. People pointed out, well, Brock Purdy is very much of a Christian, so on and so forth. And so now I'm being called less than a conservative because of my hatred for San Francisco 49ers. So if you're a conservative, who do you root for? San Francisco or the Chiefs in the big game?
Yeah, you're asking a Chiefs fan, so I'm going to make the case for the Chiefs, obviously. But I mean, dude, who do you have fun watching play the game? Screw that. You're watching guys on the field for 3 hours. Who do you have fun watching play football? Who do you really have love for the sport? And who has more passion for this game than anyone? That's Patrick LaVon Mahomes. I mean, he's shown his inevitability. You're watching one of the greatest stories of an athlete ever right before your eyes. So don't take this for granted and be in this moment. You're watching an unprecedented run. If he wins 3 Super Bowls, this is the better start to his career than we've ever seen anyone have a start to their career. That's including Tom Brady.
Well, and you made a great point. I wish they would get politics out of entertainment.
Exactly.
Please. I mean, we used to be able just to enjoy a game. We didn't know where everybody stood. But nowadays, it's politics has dug its tentacles into everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I firmly believe that Roger Goodell is like the referee in professional wrestling. He has no control over that league. He has no authority over the owners, and he has done nothing to keep that political stuff. I think it would be pretty easy for a guy who's commissioner to say, look, guys, this is a game. Let's play the game. Let's let our fans get away from the political things for a while and have an escape.
We can't possibly do that. By the way, Rick says, $10 says that Mac Morey has a pair of Mahomes underoos.
Need to get some, actually. You'll have to send me those. That's the only piece of apparel I don't have yet.
Yeah?
I'll be Googling. Right. I'm sure Amazon can hook me up or something.
All right. So bottom line is okay. Now, Mac, I need you to take off your Mahomes underoos for a moment, and I need you to actually give me the reason why the Kansas City Chiefs will beat the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, they have a Super Bowl defense. They have the best defense in this game, and that's saying something because the 49ers have a great defense. But, the Chiefs showed yet again, it's now over 2 months. In the second half, they're averaging 4 points per game allowed. It's in the playoffs, I think it's 41 total points they've allowed over the whole course of these last 3 games. But if you're just talking in the second half, their adjustments by defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, they're electric. They're incredible. And Brock Purdy, as great as he's been, he is, kind of a summation of the parts around him. He's got a fantastic team, and he's good, and he's a game manager, but Spags is going to throw some things in him that he's never seen, and I think it's going to cause a couple of hiccups. And then you've got Mahomes on the other side who's been there and done that. The experience of this team, it knows no bounds. It's 6 straight years in the AFC Championship. 4 of the last 5 years this team has represented the AFC in the Super Bowl. They're not scared by this at all. And guess what? Their first Super Bowl win with Mahomes was against this team. It was against this coach. It was against a lot of these players. They're not scared of this at all. And by the way, they're underdogs again. And so that's bulletin board material.
Yeah, you know what? And I know what you mean about bulletin board material. Hey, can I ask a question, Mac? Why is it? This is what I really wanted to ask Mac about. Why does Bill Belichick still not have a job? The Atlanta Falcons. I thought this dude was the greatest ever, but the Atlanta Falcons have passed on him. Titans, of course, passed on him. So what's going on?
Yeah, I think he's not going to have a job this year, and I think he'll wait, and I think he'll come back and get a job next year. I think sometimes it just doesn't align. You look at the teams that haven't hired him. Who have they hired? They've hired offensive guys, and they've hired young guys. Those are 2 things that Bill Belichick is not. He is defensive-minded.
He's older than Biden, I think.
He's 72, and he's the oldest coach in the league other than Pete Carroll, who also just got fired. But yeah, you're just not adding up with what that franchise, whatever franchises are hiring coaches, are trying to do. And also, Bill Belichick, he asks for a lot of control of the franchise, and a lot of teams are scared of that, especially when it's a 72-year-old guy who hasn't had success in the past 4 years or so, coming in to say, hey, I'm 72, haven't done a lot in years, and the last time I did, it was with the greatest quarterback of all time, and I'm going to ask for a lot of control over your franchise. It's like, I'm going to go with the 37-year-old who has innovative offense. It's tough.
What about the age of Bill Belichick in the sense that he can't really jive with the younger players? Is there anything to that? I read a whole thing this weekend on it, and I thought that was actually very interesting.
Yeah, Hans brought that up. I think it's a great point. You've got guys 5-6 years younger than me on that team who are going to be extremely imperative to your success, and you've got a 72-year-old. What do you relate on?
Generationally, that's huge.
That's tough.
Yeah,
that's tough. And you've got to be able to surround yourself with guys who can do that for you. We've seen Andy Reid do a great job of that, getting his staff to getting his staff to be a part of that. And yeah, I think Bill Belichick would struggle there. I
hear that Chris, you have the great audio of Ben Shapiro rapping.
I do. This was the most unexpected win from over the weekend.
It's a can't miss song.
We kind of thought the Chiefs might win, but we didn't expect Ben Shapiro to have the #1 rap song in the country.
You know what? It is crazy, is it not?
It's upside down world. Do you want to hear Ben Shapiro rapping?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here you go. Oh, you want to give me some audio, Johnny?
Oh, yes.
Look at the stats, I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic, don't be a whack. Dog, it's a Yamaka, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs, look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You going to prison, I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make raps off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nicky, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people, download this. Let's get a Billboard #1.
All right, who had the bigger win over the weekend? Ben Shapiro getting the #1 in hip-hop on iTunes, or the Chiefs?
I got to give it to Shapiro here. I mean, my gosh. Man.
That's exactly right. I love that. I saw that story earlier today, and that is one of the best news stories of the day.
It's pretty remarkable.
Do you think he actually rapped that, or I know it's him in the video because I've seen the video too.
Yeah, it's him and Tom McDonald. I bet you Tom McDonald wrote the rap for him.
Well, yeah, wrote it, but he did it, right? I mean, that's Shapiro's voice. That wasn't AI.
That's Shapiro's voice.
That is hilarious. I'm just picturing him in the studio doing multiple takes of that. It's hilarious.
Does that tell you that just about anybody can rap, or is that taking it too far?
See, that's what I'm wondering. I think that's what I'm wondering. He didn't rap it like that. He probably spoke it. And they sped it up. I'm imagining.
I'm sure that he was in a booth trying to record it over.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a couple takes.
Had to have been, yeah.
But had to have been. But it sounds good doing it.
We got to be the first radio station in Nashville playing the #1 song by Ben Shapiro.
You know what? There you go.
Ben Shapiro Tour 2024.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny, Chris, because when I played that this morning in the 535, I thought, the last thing I thought that I would be doing today is playing a rap by Ben Shapiro. And it just goes to show you never quite know what's going to happen in the news.